Well, this was a massive Notre Dame football recruiting weekend, Mike. So let's just start there. How did the weekend go for Marcus Freeman and the Fighting Irish?
I think saying it couldn't have gone any better is a bad cliche, but it's close to that. Notre Dame had 21 official visitors, and I really think knocked it out of the park. Fantastic reviews. I want to throw this out there. I thought about this after I interviewed Notre Dame cornerback commit Chasten Smith this morning, or on Monday morning, I should say, because I've interviewed, I don't know, 10 of these prospects who are on campus, 12 commits, and 9 targets, uncommitted targets, who were just in South Bend from arriving Thursday night and leaving Sunday morning. Every single recruit I talked to has told me their favorite part was spending time with the other Notre Dame recruits and the players. So for people who say, well, Mike, 21 commits, is that a good idea? That's too many. This is why you do it, because the kids love spending time with each other. That is their favorite part. That is their favorite part. These Notre Dame recruits are so like-minded, especially the commits, right? And the commits, you don't have to baby as much on an official visit. Like you have things for them to do, but you don't have to, they're content. You had 4 offensive line commits there. They're content to just hang out with each other. You don't need to be babying them. But again, they just rave about that. They're very like-minded. You got kids from different parts of the country who come together and they're like, man, this kid's going to Notre Dame. He's just like me. I don't get that at other schools. So I wanted to note that. But I mean, and then in terms of specific players, I mean, for the top names that were in town, like Joey O'Brien, we're going to talk in a bit about, who's announcing soon and whatnot, but Joey O'Brien is one of those guys. I think Notre Dame's the team for Joey O'Brien, the elite 2A athlete from LaSalle College in Pennsylvania. I think Notre Dame has emerged as the team to beat for Kari Adams from the Baltimore area. He's an elite corner in the 26th class. I think the Irish have an outstanding chance to land him now. Kaydon Finley, the son of Jermichael Finley, so he's a Texas legacy. He had a great visit, 4-star wide receiver. I think that one's still a coin flip between Notre Dame and Texas. Tough to read, but I still think the Irish end up getting that one done. Notre Dame had guys like Thomas Davis Jr. and Dylan Faison on campus, 2 longtime Notre Dame commits, play linebacker and wide receiver respectively, who have taken visits to other schools recently. Davis Jr. is a Georgia legacy and was on campus in Athens at the end of May for an official, and Dylan Faison did a 7-on-7 camp with his high school team at Miami, and then Miami staff's like, whoa, do you want to come back here for our individual camp? He did, got an offer. I was told that Faison was like a lead recruiter for Notre Dame over the weekend, did a tremendous job, trying to sway some other kids to join him in South Bend. And Thomas Davis Jr. told me that he is locked in with the Irish. So all in all, it was a great, great weekend for Notre Dame. Again, I started by saying I don't like the cliche, but it really couldn't have gone much better for the Irish. Like, we'll see, right, who commits and whatnot, but just in terms of Notre Dame leaving it all on the line, like I think that they did a tremendous job with the recruiting weekend.
Mike, when you consider Notre Dame football was still playing during their 2024 campaign on January the 20th. You had Chad Bowden leave to go to USC. You had other parts of the recruiting office leave as well. So there's a lot of things that you could say were working against you. But, Mike, it's been pretty amazing. Notre Dame has overcame all those obstacles, and it feels like they're in as good a position as you would want heading right now into the heart of summertime.
Yeah. I mean, they've done really well. I mean, you have some obstacles, but then you have the big bonus of the national championship run, which has definitely helped them out. And I think this recruiting staff has done a good job. But I want to credit something to Marcus Freeman. When Bowden left, my understanding is that Freeman wanted more power in the analysts, right? That's kind of a buzz term, like the analysts really what they do. So you have Like it's essentially assistant position coaches. That's really what they are. Guys like Nick Sebastian, assistant D-line coach to Al Washington. These guys are more involved in high school recruiting than ever before. I don't think they did as much under Chad Bowden. I think it was more on the recruiting office. But now you have these guys stepping up like Sebastian, like Javon Codlin, who's come in. He works with Mike Mickens, has done really, really well. Recruits rave about him. I think he was the perfect addition, to help recruit Mickens. Harris Biven, a lot of Notre Dame fans will know the name Hunter Biven. He works in the Notre Dame athletic department. Harris is his brother, who came from LSU with Mike Denbrock and works with Denbrock in the tight ends. He did an awesome job. In my opening spiel, I didn't talk about how well it went with the tight ends. Evan Jacobson and Preston Frizel, two outstanding prospects. I think Notre Dame's going to land both of those. I've got predictions in for the Irish to end up landing both. Kurt Rawlings with the quarterbacks, I know does a really good job. It's just like Dom Spalding with the receivers. These analysts have done a really good job, and like Biven in particular, like with Denbrock being the OC, like Biven is the day-to-day recruiting guy for Notre Dame with the tight end spot, and I mean, he's done a really good job. Like this is his, really, he hit the ground running doing this when after Bowden left and Freeman kind of gave this initiative to him specifically, as well as the other analysts. Like, you're going to really step it up in recruiting, and he's about to, in my opinion, end up with two really good tight ends, and who knows? It could even be three. I mean, they're getting Ian Primer, who's like a borderline 5-star guy on campus tomorrow for an official. So. He's done a great job. So I just kind of wanted to tip the cap to those guys.